It's good. My Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi broke for a second. The Wi-Fi broke. We're back. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying before my Wi-Fi decided to break, they're gonna do one of two things. They're gonna do one of three things. They're either going, well, no, they're gonna do one of two things. They're either going to worry about the woods later and keep chasing him, until they catch him, or they're going to have at least one officer go check the woods while the rest keep chasing him. Most likely, it's going to be one officer's going to check the woods just in case, like he has someone like go pick up whatever he might have dropped in the woods. Um, but yeah, no, most likely they'll do that. Let's say you've been calling it a concrete gray bike this whole time. It makes no sense that it's white all of a sudden. This isn't GTA. You're just a kid. Doesn't that don't matter. You ran from police. Yeah, that is cute. You'll get it when you're in jail. You'll get your phone call in jail. Grr. My my cat is being a devil. She's a demon. That's so true. Like don't be stupid. No. Yeah, like I said, you'll get your phone call in jail. Lies. That's bullshit. Meow. You're not getting out on bail. Your bail is going to be so much money. You're gonna have to make a fucking bond to make bail. Here's your warning. Yeah, yeah. That's literally what I said. That's literally what I said. If you pull over, you will get a warning. I I can guarantee that will work 75% of the time. I guarantee it. 75% of the time. You pull over, you'll get a warning. I promise you. When you run, you make it worse cuz now we're going to charge you with everything we can. Reckless driving, running from the police, endangering another person, like running lights, running stop signs. So he ran from multiple different stations, multiple different districts. So he's gonna get charged for fleeing from every single one of them. I think he named off 4 different places. So he's gonna get charged with fleeing from the police from 4 different um stations. He's gonna get fleeing and evading charges, fleeing the police and evading the police for 4 different places. That's 8 felonies right there. Um, he's gonna get a charge for every red light he ran, every stop sign he ran. If he potentially, he's gonna definitely get charges for reckless driving. So he's got like probably almost 30 felonies right now from that chase alone. Do you guys do you bikers really think it's worth getting all that just to get caught in the end? Like, truthfully. Yeah, the bike's gonna get towed. Yep. That's no excuse. Riding, because you cannot blame your helmet for that. I I'm telling you, you can't. I've worn helmets before. I've worn motorcycle helmets before. You can still hear police sirens very clearly. And the fact of the matter was he definitely knew he was running because he literally had an officer at the start of the fucking video try to grab him off the bike. And he ran, and then he went back to taunt the officer, and then he went back again to keep taunting him. So yeah, he knew. He knew for a fact. Okay, so he has three bonds. Yeah, we're not gonna let you take the bike. If any vehicle is used in a felony charge, um, we have to tow it. Like we can't just be like, "Oh, you're a family member? Yeah, you can take it." No. You have to tow it. There's no. It's a no. If you think you can take it, you're not gonna take it because it has to get towed because it was used in the making of a felony. He's gonna have a bond for every um officer he ran from in different like counties, cities, all that. So, for instance, from what I'm hearing, he ran from three different districts. He has three charges. He has charges from three different districts. He's gonna have a bond from every single district. So he's gonna have to pay the bond for the first district, the second, and third district if he wants to get released tonight. He'll have to pay all three bonds. Um, if he can't pay them all right away, he can pay off one, and then they're gonna hold him there at Johnny Polk, which is the correctional facility that they said he was gonna get taken to. So they're gonna hold him there until he can pay off the second and the third bond. That's why you don't want to run. I'm just saying. If you run, you're fucked. All right, triple. He has triple. You said there were three counties. You said he ran from three counties. He would have triple the charges. Give up. That's that's my best advice to that kid. Give up. You just committed multiple felonies in three different counties in one day. You are not going to be able to become a firefighter. Normally, if the charges, like, don't get me wrong, I know some places will still let you become like a firefighter and all that if you have like felony charges, but it is purely dependent on the felony. And what I mean by that is like if the only way you're getting hired is if you got like it's a super light felony, like very light felony. Um, so the fact that you think you're still gonna have a chance of becoming a firefighter, like I'm sorry, but like normally in the instance that someone does get hired with felonies, it's normally like a super like small felony, and it's normally because that's their only felony. You just committed multiple felonies in three different counties. You are not going to become a firefighter. He's playing the guilt game. He's trying to play the game of guilt, hoping that they let him off with some of the charges. If not, let him off completely, which isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. You just ruined it. What do you mean you don't want to ruin your future? You literally just ruined it. Like, it's gonna take so many. Like, you want to become a firefighter. I don't think this kid realizes, like the officer said, sure, the felonies he's getting charged with are some of the lighter ones compared to others. However, you still committed so many in one day that they're most likely going to make you, like the officer said, they're most likely going to make you wait like 5, 10, 15 years to see that you've changed for the better. And if you haven't changed for the better by then, you're not going to get hired. You live every day in hell. You were popping bro. He's okay. So this is the officer from the start of the video that tried to grab him here. This is that officer. Dude, you cannot say, "Oh, I got scared." Bullshit. Bullshit. You were trying to drive legally. Because the whole reason he was tailing you guys was because you were popping wheelies. You were popping wheelies. You were reckless driving. You were endangering yourself and others. Bullshit is what I gotta say to that. He's gonna play the I forgot game because because by playing that game, he's not admitting it. But if they have body cam footage, you're fucked. And I guarantee you they have body cam footage. In other words, you're fucked. But I love how he goes, I was trying to drive legally, but the whole reason that this officer was even tailing them was because they were popping wheelies, which is reckless driving and endangering of yourself and others. And then you run from him when he tries to grab you. People don't realize the reason why so many cops try to grab bikers is because so many of them run. So many police officers will grab a biker because so many bikers run. So if you're a biker and a cop grabs you, it's not because he doesn't like bikers. It's because he hasn't experienced so many bikers running from him that he's grabbing you, so that way you can't run. So 5 felony charges in Willis County. There's 3 different counties. Okay, so you didn't get almost 30 felony charges. You got almost 20. So that would be, I would think it's roughly 5 in each county. So 15 felony charges. And if it in an hour, was it really in an hour? 29, 30. Yeah, it was in an hour. In a single hour, he chopped up 15 felony charges. So you just lied to him, is what you just did. I don't know the gas station. It was the Wawa in New Smyrna. So you just lied to him. Okay. That's where I'm gonna call bullshit too. I'm sorry, but 19 is not a kid. Like, you are not a kid at 19. You are a fully grown adult, and you will be charged with fully. You will be charged with. You will be charged with adult charges. Trust me, man. You will be charged completely because you are not a kid. You are an adult. So you will be charged as such. Parents never know what their kids truly are like. This is true. Okay, the reason this cop is freaking out is because the mother knows her son is in the wrong, but she's trying to make it seem like, but he never do this. He wouldn't do that. That doesn't sound like him. Hoping that they think like, oh, maybe he was just, wasn't thinking straight. We're not most majority will never fall for it. Like I'm being so real. You cannot play the oh, I'm so sorry. You can't play the you can't play these games with cops. Like we know. Believe me, we know. Mm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 I was about to say you ain't paying that bond. Uh, how the fuck? How? How were how? How was he only guilty of two things? I'm sorry, but he's guilty of every single fucking one. I want to know who was the judge for his case because that judge needs to get fired. He was very clearly guilty of all charges and should have been thrown in jail for a lot longer than half a year. And then and then only and then 4 years of probation afterwards, and then 2 years of driver's license revoked. He should have his driver's license revoked for as long as he has probation. Because he ain't really going to be able to drive on probation regardless of the fact. Yes, go to codebluecam.com. Okay. Oh, 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 I want to watch this one. Woman tries to assassinate cop driving her to jail. Okay, purely the officer's fault. You should have patted her down. For those of you that don't know, we are allowed to pat down that. Actually, I can't really say it. For here, we're allowed to pat down people of the opposite gender. But when we are doing women, we have to use the back of our hand. We cannot use the front. Um, so maybe it's not allowed where he lives. But in all reality, how the fuck did she conceal a firearm and you did not see it? Also, I will be right back. I'll keep it playing though. I'm back. He knows. Yeah, he's just looking at. He's just trying to look at the photo. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so this is completely lawful. She looks nothing. According to the police officer, because obviously we can't see the photo for legal reasons. Um, According to the officer, she doesn't look like the person in the driver's license photo that she is showing him. By the way, it is legal to have a photo of your driver's license to use as like verification for yourself. So like if I always recommend this to new drivers, because a lot it's mainly new drivers that always forget their license. Take a picture of your license on your phone. Because in the event you do forget it, at least you have that photo and it is a form of verification. So they, like just be like, yeah, I forgot it, but I have a photo on my phone. If that works, most of the time an officer will be like, yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. But don't be surprised to be like, can I have your phone? And you're going to say these exact words. Yes, you may have my phone for the driver's license photo, but I do not consent to any search in my phone. Just the photo. Or you can say, I do not consent to you giving you my phone, but if you would like to take a picture of the driver's license, you may. That way, if they search your phone, they're illegally searching it because you did not give consent to search your phone. Just use the photo. And if you just don't want to trust them, regardless of the fact, then you just simply say, no, but you may take a picture. But yeah, so she's not the person in the driver's license, which is what I'm trying to get at here. If she's really not the person in the driver's license photo, then yeah, that's a problem. That's a big oof. That's a big oof. So this is purely just a bad pat down. First of all, he did not pat her down properly because otherwise he would have found the firearm. Second of all, where the fuck are your gloves? He should be wearing gloves when patting someone down. He's reading her Miranda rights. If she doesn't read these, it can count as an all unlawful arrest because the Miranda rights were not read. Okay, if you're suspended, don't drive. Have someone else drive you. Because if you get caught, you're fucked. Your license will be gone for good. And two, just don't give a fake name. And three, why are you working three different jobs? I'll never understand people that work like three different jobs because it makes no sense to work three different jobs. It would make more sense to work two jobs because you work 8 hours in the morning and then like 8 hours at another job after that. But to me, it's like you're working three jobs. So then why are you working like why are you working like one full shift and then two half shifts instead of just working two full shifts? Anyways, getting stuck with a needle is the worst thing ever. Because you got to realize if we get stuck with any kind of needle, no matter what it is, we have to go to the hospital immediately, figure out what it is if we don't know what it is. If we know what it is, we still have to go to the hospital. Um, and then we have to go through lots of drug testing, lots of making sure that we're fully sober. We have to go through like, can you work now? Are you addicted now? It is one of the worst things that happens to police officers. It fucking sucks. I've never had it happen, but I had a buddy and he literally like he got stuck with a needle because when patting someone down, the needle was sticking through their pants, and while he was patting them down, he was patting upwards. So, he hadn't felt anything, but as he patted upwards, it went through his gloves and into his hand, and he's like, "Motherfucker." Immediately had to remove his hand, took out the needle, called for backup immediately because he's like, "Yeah, I just got stuck with a needle." No, 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 that's the worst. I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate it when I get called. I hate it when like dispatch, like another officer will radio me, being like, "Hey, can I get some backup?" Right when I'm about to go get food for lunch, dude. I hate it, bro. guy. I don't remember seeing. Hold on. 903, 903. We're at 903. Where? Go back, go back. I want to see if this guy was in the car before. Yeah, you can't see him. You actually can't see him. You can't see him anywhere in the car. Nah, that's crazy, dude. That's yeah, no, that's terrifying. Okay, that is Beats. I thought maybe he found more meth. That's just Beats. He's not lying. She did not. He did not put those cuffs on tight enough. For just so you know, when you put cuffs, and when we put cuffs on somebody, you want to put them as tight as you can, because what she's doing right now is she's shrinking her hand so that way she can slip them out. No, they were not on tight enough. Not a dog. Don't call us dog. Yeah, bro. Yeah. cussing will not help you. Like cussing out the cops will not help you. It really won't. If anything, it's gonna make us be more hostile because you're being hostile with us. Don't be hostile. Be calm. Follow directions. Follow the orders. You'll make it out just fine. Chances are you'll be let off with a warning, or maybe not even let off with any warning. You'll just be let off completely fine. I'll be so real. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I have pulled over somebody for absolutely no reason. And it was purely because I wanted to know what kind of car they had. Because I didn't know what kind of car they had, and I was like, I really want to know what kind of car that is because it looks sick as fuck. So I pulled him over and I was like, yeah, man, you're not in trouble or anything. I just really want to know what car is this. I, I've done it before. I've done it a few times actually. I've pulled over people on bikes before. Because like I want to get a motorcycle. Um, but I'm just like I don't know what bike to get. I've had them in the past. I've had motorcycles in the past. Um, but a lot of the ones I've had in the past I've either sold or I've just have sitting in my garage because I don't really bike around anymore because I don't have that much time anymore. But yeah, no, like I've pulled over people and just like ask them like, "What kind of bike is this? Like, what kind of car is that?" Like, you're not in trouble or anything. I'm just curious. Yeah, so what he's not saying that he's clear, like he's committed no crimes. He's saying that the name he gave him doesn't fucking exist. Meaning there's no record of him anywhere. There's not a date of birth, there's not a location of birth, there's not a house address, there's not a driver's license, there's nothing. We don't have to tell anyone anything. Like if you are a family member that shows up on the scene, we don't have to tell you. Like I depending on the situation, I'll tell people. Majority of the time, police probably won't because they have no reason to. Like, for instance, like, if it's something like, oh, it's a light charge. If it's a light charge, I'd normally be like, you don't have to know because it's not gonna affect anyone, even if you know. But if it's like a major like situation, I will tell like family if they do show up on the scene, just so that way like they know like yeah, your family member's fucked. Like he's committed this, and this. He's gonna be going to jail for probably about this long. His bond's gonna be massive. she passed away at 4:20. Like, if I heard that, I would have been like, yeah, she passed away on like a meme number of your generation. I don't know if I could believe that. I'm sorry, the minute I saw that she was no longer in the handcuffs, I would have been like, I'm patting you down more. Damn, that's a nice car, too. God damn. You're not getting out of that car. Majority of police cars have iron bars over the windows, so even if the glass breaks, you're not getting out. It's just not happening. She's a shit shot. He has a graze wound on his forehead, which means she missed by like an inch. She barely missed him. She grazed his skin. He's gonna be in trouble for not searching her properly. So because he's injured, they're forcing him to stay out of it. God, I hate left-handed. I hate left-handed cops. They make everything so complicated. I'm left-handed, so can I be on the left side? No. Get on the right side, bitch. Life's a stupid thing. If you wanted to kill yourself, you didn't need to do cop suicide. See, now they're allowed to search her completely because she had a weapon. So now they got to search her in the entirety of her body. Obviously not inside, but like they're gonna be searching like under her shirt, in her pants. Yeah, so we are allowed to search people of the opposite sex, but we can't touch certain areas. So he might get in trouble, he might not. It depends on they'll look at the body cam footage. If they see like visible like bulge in the shape of a gun, then he'll get in trouble because if I'm sorry to all the females out there, but if we see a gun bulge in a spot that we can't touch, we're going to touch there because we need the gun. Like if it's a very obvious weapon, I'm sorry, but we have to because we'd rather not get shot or stabbed. Those doors are really hard to get out of. Like it's nearly impossible to get out of those from the inside. I love that. I don't have anything else to do. I'll take them. Yep. 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 Sounds about right. Yep, I believe that. Yeah. Don't be stupid. That's, that's my best advice. This don't be stupid. my my best advice to you all: do not be stupid because you will fail. No. Is that who I think it is? Oh, we have to watch this one. We have to. We have to. We have to. We have to. It is. I'm pretty sure it is. It's fucking, oh my god, I don't remember his name, but mm, I don't remember his name. I don't remember. Jack Doherty. Yes, Jack Doherty. Nah, dude. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Jack Doherty is one of those like YouTubers who just like messes with people, does stupid shit 24/7, then has like some big bodyguard, like some super like buff, fucking crazily tall dude, like constantly following him. So if anyone tries to pick a fight, they get scared off by the 7 foot tall jacked guy. So that way he just can't get touched. You would not believe how many times this fucking dude has been nearly arrested because of his stupid shit. Oh, Jack Doherty, well, he's retarded. He's retarded. Idiot. Absolute idiot. See what I mean? He just gets some super, like, huge, like, 7 foot tall. And I'm gonna be so real. He is only ever hired African American. I've never seen any video with him and his bot with like a white bodyguard. It's always an African American bodyguard. He always just gets some big guy to step in the middle of any fight so that way he doesn't get hurt or in trouble. But this is the police. Do not fuck with the police because that's how you get arrested. Cannabis is illegal in Florida. Therefore, he is now charged with possession of illegal drugs. Random pill. So for those of you that don't know, the reason why Jack Doherty is like so heavily like not liked, he's a big drug abuser. Like the Ireland boys like moved into a house with him at one point, and they immediately left and started like making videos like talking about like how fucking shitty it was, how shitty he was. He's a he they literally like said like he wakes up in the morning, pops pills like MDMA, like they just found on him. They believe it's MDMA. So he pops pills, and his girlfriend in the videos is really just someone else's girlfriend that he's paying to pretend to be his girlfriend. Like, dude is literally like just stupid. He's just stupid. That's cannabis, MDMA. Yeah, the bodyguard's fine. He didn't interfere. If he truly was trying to get Jack onto the sidewalk, then he's fine. He'll be fine. He just needs to leave now. Leave it alone. Yeah, no, the bodyguard is fine. The bodyguard's perfectly fine. If he truly was trying to get Jack to like leave, get on the sidewalk, he'll be fine. The bodyguard won't get charged with anything. He probably won't even get a warning for anything like that. Jack, on the other hand, is fucked. Why does he want it taken off so badly? Bro, I'm sorry, but if you act like your jewelry is more important than what's going on to you right now, you're an idiot, first of all. Second of all, shut the fuck up. It's jewelry. In the end, one little scratch is not gonna kill you. Yeah, take off everything. That's his phone call. No, you can't blame your security guard. So the drugs they cannot give. That's a guaranteed no fucking way in hell. Most likely his phone will be taken. I don't, I'm not too sure. It really depends on how the officers are feeling, but I would take his phone. I would allow them to take things like the necklaces and the bracelets and all that. That's fine. But the phone stays. But yeah, no, the phone will stay. Drugs will stay. Anything else they find that isn't jewelry, stay. I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. We made the exception so that way you could give your jewelry and your cash to someone else. And then you start recording. So, no, no jewelry. No, your friends, when they get here, we're going to tell them to leave. We're not giving them anything because you decided to record and try to make content out of it. we are recording so that way if we do something, so that way, well, we record so that way if you do something and we react to what you do, we can justify our reasoning. Like if you, for instance, here where I live, we are allowed to tase you if you are giving active resistance. A few days ago, we pulled someone over. He was drunk. We were trying to get him out of the vehicle, and after several warnings, he would not leave the vehicle. So eventually, we opened the car door and we tried to gently pull him out. But then he's like, pretty much what he was doing is he was like kind of like kicking his feet at us, like trying to get us back. He was bracing himself up on the car so that way he couldn't get pulled out. So we tased him to get him out. Or well, not really to get him out, but to get him to stop trying to like resist. We were able to justify that is justified as active resistance. Where we live, as long as the person shows a form of active resistance, we are allowed to tase you. We tased him. We tased him twice. The first time we tased him, got him to run out of the car, but he swiped down his body and like ripped the taser prongs out of his body. So we tased him again. And you know what happened? He fell. Based on my station and normally other stations around me and probably around the US, if you show any form of active resistance, we're allowed to tase you. And I just want you to get this. Here's what a taser does. It sends 50,000, the tasers we use send 50,000 volts of electricity through your body. It is going to constrict all of your muscles, every single muscle within the two taser prongs, and even a little outside. It's going to squeeze and push out all the air in your body. And you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to make no noise and then fall on your ass or your face, or you're going to scream like a little girl. And I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you two different videos. I'll show you these two videos right now. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you these videos. These were of cadets. Um these were my cadets. And these are in my Discord server. So this is in my Discord server, so you can watch these. Here I'm going to show you this one, and I'm going to show you this one. These are two different people, and these are the two different kinds of like taser reactions we normally get. We have three different officers. This isn't me, this isn't me, this is me. I'm the one recording. But this is how we also do taser training. So like if we're tasing you, this is how we do it. We have two people holding you, and then we have the tasing instructor back here. He's gonna shoot you with two taser prongs, normally in the leg, and then like your upper left shoulder. All your muscles within that area are going to constrict and push out all the air in your body. Okay, so I want to show you this because this is Officer Savannah. So I want you to know she only got halfway tased. His one's in her shoulder. This one got stuck in her belt. Yep, it's stuck in her belt. So, and then we actually tased Officer Savannah twice. Here's why though. because this was the first time we tased her. Misfire. It misfired the first time. Second time, it went in her belt, so she only got halfway tased. Now, this is the reaction that we get from a lot of people. And I'm gonna be so real. The bigger the guy, the bigger you are, the harder he will scream. Here's proof. You saw him get tased. Pretty slim dude. Look at this guy. Pretty big. And here's his reaction. So yeah, no, getting tased ain't fun. In case you didn't realize, getting tased is not fun. I'll show you guys the tasers we use after this. By the way, we use these same body cams. By the way, these are Axon body cams. Axon is a great company. They work with a lot of cops all around the U.S. And I don't have any issues with Axon. The thing is, Axon has this vision where police officers won't have to use guns in the future, like actual like firearms. Personally, I don't see that happening, at least not in America anyway. We're gonna have guns. We're gonna need guns. I'm sorry, but if I have someone trying to shoot me with a rifle that can shoot over 2 miles long, that can shoot a bullet like over 2 miles at me accurately, I don't unless you guys make some kind of fucking taser that can do the same. No way am I challenging that. Anyways, let's finish this, and then I'll show you guys the tasers we use, and I'll kind of explain a little bit on how they work. Search the shoes. You wouldn't believe how many times people hide things in their shoes. So this is what he does all the time. This is why people just hate Jack Doherty. Anytime he actually like is getting in trouble, he plays the oh I'm so sorry. He plays the apology game. He plays the feel bad for me game, and it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. He fake cries, by the way. He like literally has trained himself to fake cry for this shit. He's trained himself to fake cry for the blame game, and it's like, bro, you're not. We're not. No. Yep. 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 Jack Doherty is one of like the dumbest fucking people alive. But anyways, like I said, I will show you the tasers we use. Um, so these are the tasers that we use at my station. We use the Taser 10s. Um, the Taser 10s, as it implies, it has 10 bolts. So one, two, three, four, five. So it's really weird how it goes wrong. So it's actually a really smart fucking system. Um, so for the tasers to actually work, we have to shoot at least two prongs. They won't be able to tase anything unless there are two prongs in the person that are released. So if we only hit you with one prong, we can't tase you. But if we hit you with two, we can tase you. And so essentially, we have five tries to tase you. And it's such a smart system that it'll know that if we have like multiple prongs in you, it'll only shoot you with the furthest two prongs that are apart from each other. It has a range of 45 feet. We normally don't shoot it unless we're within like 35 to 40 feet. Just because there's like obviously that if we shoot it at like such a far range, there's obviously that chance of missing because of how much range there is between, and there's that chance of stuff. But it has laser integrated system. It's actually it's a really accurate. So these are the taser prongs. They're just spikes, but they have barbs so that way if you rip it out of yourself, you'll be taking out your skin with it so that way you'll be bleeding. Um like I said, 10 opportunities, technically only 5 since you are required 2 prongs to even tase somebody. Um yeah, no, it's a pretty like I said, it's pretty accurate because that's the laser. That's how far off it was, and that was shot from pretty far away. Stop a threat without taking it away. Like it's such a nice taser. Others, I'm trying to. Most companies that use Axon, they'll either use the Taser 10s or um or the Taser 7, which the Taser 7 has four prongs that it shoots, and it has two lasers. So it has two lasers on it. For the one laser shows where one prong's gonna go, the other laser shows where the other prong's gonna go. But normally it's either the Taser 10s or the Taser 7s that people use. But there are some out there. Where is it? I'm trying to Oh yeah, these are the body cams we have, the Axon Body 4s. I'm trying to yeah, majority around here we use the Taser 10s. There are some that'll use the Taser 7s, and that's just because they like probably got the Taser 7s before like the Taser 10s came out, so it's like it doesn't pay to upgrade to the Taser 10s. Um, and then a lot of places all around the world prefer using the Taser X2s because I'm gonna be real, not a lot of situations you're gonna be using um not in a lot of situations you're gonna be using 10 prongs. The Taser X2s, I believe, are like the Taser 7, where you have two shots. I prefer the Taser 10s. Like I'm being so real. I've had both. The Taser 10s are way better. Like way better. But with that, we're gonna end it here. If you guys want more of this content of me just like reacting to police body cam footage and then like telling you like, so here's blah blah blah, this is blah blah blah, stuff like that. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. Um Without further ado though, is the bean still alive? The bean is in fact still alive. Okay, so channel. So slash raid lost. Let me make sure I spell this right. So Aleph. Boom. All right. So we're gonna go raid Lost Souls. We're gonna go raid Solus, my buddy old pal. Raid. Murder. All right. Thank you all for watching.